everybody, welcome to the 50-somethings.
I'm Bo.
I'm Lo.
And we're sitting in
Hernando Point Campground. It's a COE
located
in
Mississippi.
Yep, near Hernando.
Yeah. Well, it used to be a big lake, and they had some issues with the dam, and they had to drain it. Still a very beautiful place. They just opened it back up in June, fully open in July of this year, 2024. Now, this is not a review of this campground. We did do a little drive-through that we'll throw in here. This is a why are you stopping at all these KOAs and privately owned high-end or very expensive campgrounds when you can get a COE for a fraction of the price?
Corps of Engineer.
Army Corps of Engineer.
Yep.
And if you are a senior or you're like me, prior military, you can get the All Access Pass. You have the American Beautiful Pass, military pass. You get even additional discounts. Now, Laura and I are starting this in the middle. We just left Florida, right outside of Stuart, Florida, and we're going to Colorado Springs, and we're staying at all COEs.
So basically it's going to take us 10 days, I want to say, from start to finish. So that's 10 nights. And I booked every single one of them COEs. And
we're going to have 5 different campgrounds, and this is actually our 3rd campground. We actually started talking about this on the way from Alabama, Montgomery, Alabama. You'll see that COE also. But we were discussing how much cheaper it is for people to stay at these campgrounds, and they're so nice and spacious. You'll see that. They have most of the amenities. A lot of them are starting to have sewer, electric, and water. Most, I'd say 95% that we've stayed at, have electric and water.
And then the dump station. Laundry is hit or miss on them, so keep that in mind. But the price for what you get, I think, is...
when you can pay anywhere from $60 to upwards to $100 plus at a KOA, and
privately owned,
versus the COE, and of course I'm going to wait till the end of the video before we tell you how much these cost.
Yeah, the prices are different.
But I would still say they're 50% less.
Oh God, yeah.
Than your typical KOAs, and they're just as nice. No, they don't have swimming pools, and they don't have all the amenities, but you'd be surprised at some of the amenities that they do have.
Agreed.
So by the time we get to Colorado Springs, we're going to put together and show you how many miles we've driven, how many campsites we stayed at, what we paid, what the average price would be. And we'll do a little bit on each campsite just to show you how nice they can be. And here's another point. A lot of them are gated, so the security feature there.
Yeah, and a lot of them have ranger stations.
On water.
Yep. All COEs, at least every single one we've been to, has had some sort of water feature, whether it be river, reservoir, or lake.
So, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you at the next campsite.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey everybody, our first stop was Alexander Springs, Ocala National Forest. It is actually ran by the COE. Hey, there's a lot more to do at these sites than just, sleep overnight. A little bit of time and went kayaking, and you can see these waters are crystal clear. The site itself, they don't have electric, they do have water, and they do have a dump station and some very clean bathrooms throughout. You'll see some photos of those here in a moment. But we took time, we walked around, and we took some photos of everything. And you'll see the facilities are very clean. It is in a national forest, so it is a forest. The site here that we're looking at actually is for scuba diving also. You'll see here in just a second, it is one of the areas where the local divers go to do some of their training. That's how clear the water is. They're called those blue holes. Well, as we go through this next couple sites here, you're gonna see some of the times we're talking, sometimes we drive through. But the key is that the Department of Corps of Army engineers, COE. Those sites are about half the price of, I don't know, the KOAs or your private facilities. Now, when I say that, if you're ex-military or anything, you're going to find that you're going to pay even half of that. As an example, we paid $8 or $9 for a site that would cost someone else $15 or $20. If it's $30, we pay $15. Now, I have the All Access Pass. Some people use the Senior Pass, which is basically the same. And most of the sites you'll see are very long. They're well taken care of and pretty level. They're always around water. And I just can't say enough about the COE sites. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and at the end you'll get our price list and what it actually cost us for 10 days. So this is our campsite. Number 50 if you're interested. This is exactly why I love Army Corps of Engineers. I mean, honestly, we did get lucky. We got a corner site, but even if we didn't have that, just take a look at the space that we have in between and across the street. And you get all the amenities, of course, the grill, the fire pit. And the thing about this particular site, as we said, there used to be a lake here. And even without the water, it's still kind of cool looking. But could you imagine what it was like when you stepped out your camper door and you came up on a 30-foot drop off into the water right here? Because that was about how deep that lake was. And of course, once they get that dam repaired, they're going to have all this back again. So, again, Army Corps of Engineers, guys, they are well worth it for the money. And they're starting to put sewer into a lot of them. This one here, since they had the time because of the dam issues, they went ahead and put sewer in. So all I'm saying is, you know, you can go to those KOAs and everything, which are great, but they're also expensive. Or you can go to a COE, and if you have, like me, I have the All Access Pass due to my military service and everything, but also seniors. But America the Beautiful, there's all kind of passes that work for these particular sites. You get these things for near nothing. We'll put in some, at the end of the video, we'll put in some of the prices that we were paying, and you'll see this trip from, let's see, it was from, we started out in Stuart, Florida. Our first site was up in Alexander, up around Orlando, and from that point all the way to Colorado, we're gonna put the prices of what it cost us, and you know, the average price what it would have cost you. Okay, we're turning into Spring Hill Park, another U.S. Army Corps of Engineers located in Arkansas off of I-540. It's located right next to a dam, which most of these Army Corps are located somewhere close to a dam. Has 3 loops, A, B, and C. So we just happen to be at site B9, and you can see they have them laid out pretty nice. They even have some borders with some stones marking out your pad, which has gravel on it. And just look at the room we have behind this particular site. And they all, maybe not this much room, but they all have plenty of room. And they have the typical amenities, the benches, the fire pits, and the grills. And if you're on the outer loop, or you're over on the creek side, and loop 8 it was, you got the water. This happens to be the Arkansas River right here. We brought the girls out, hey, to give them a little bit of a walk before dinner. And I'm gonna come down and show you the view we have on the back side of our site. Well, as soon as a young lady takes care of her business and I give her a treat. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. You don't videotape me doing this. It's a private moment.
Give me my num-num, old man. So there's trails throughout here, and I believe they each site has a trail down to the water. It is a rocky shore, so you can't get down to all the way down to the water itself unless you navigate your way through the rocks. But it is a beautiful view, and as soon as my wife goes forward or allows me down, we'll get a better view.
My little girl is working on it.
Our little girl's working on it.
Yeah, she had to check her footing.
Well,
yeah, it's not too bad.
Hold on. Wow, she wants to go with me. Be careful.
Watch it.
Okay, hold right here, girl.
Ella?
So you can see,
Please don't try and
beautiful river. A little bit of a current, probably why there's no swimming area. There's the dam and the locks and the bridge in the foreground there. Okay guys, this is just another typical Army Corps of Engineers. This right here is one of the reasons we stop at these. And they don't get as plentiful as you head west, but on the East Coast, they are awesome. Anything?
They're awesome.
Anything? Ella? Ella. Don't ignore me, girl.
Ella said
Teenager.
she else wants in the water.
Okay, real quick. We're here in Oklahoma, getting ready to head our final leg down to Colorado Springs. Finish off this trip of almost 2,000 miles, 10 days on the road. And look at the site we have. We camped out here for 2 nights and 1 day, and it was good weather. A little warm, but good weather. Had a little bit of trouble with our pickup truck. Went in limp mode. Got that taken care of, sort of. And now we're getting out of here. Not chasing, actually we're running from the storms this morning, coming across the West Coast.
24 hours later.
So this is what it feels like in the middle of Colorado, coming out of Oklahoma by yourself. Haven't seen a car in probably 30 minutes.
All right, as promised, here's a breakdown of the trip. We were just trying to get from point A to point B, so I booked 2 nights, which I might rethink in the future, just so we had a little bit of a rest. Again, we've got the all access, so 10 days, 5 parks, less than $150. And even if you don't have that all access, you're still looking at less than $300 for the same trip, which is considerably less than hitting most of the resorts, privately owned parks, and even most of the state parks. And I did want to just do the breakdown. If we had done a straight drive, i.e. in a car on our way to the same spot and just hit hotels within our route, we only added 102 miles to this entire trip by diverting slightly to hit these COE parks. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you guys definitely look into them and consider them. They are definitely a great place to go. Thanks.